Hey everybody, well today's review is my review on the Hakuhodo brushes. So Hakuhodo brushes were established in 1974 in Kumano, Japan, which is near Hiroshima. I understand that the area has a lot of brush manufacturing companies and actually produces over 500,000 brushes per month. The area is best known actually for making calligraphy brushes and has done so for over 200 years. Now I have heard that Hakuhodo may have been the original manufacturers of the MAC brushes, but I really wasn't able to find any information on that, so I'm assuming perhaps that the MAC brushes were produced in that area, and perhaps that's why people feel that Hakuhodo was the original manufacturing company. Of course, if you have any information showing that they were, I'd love to hear about it. Now the Hakuhodo brushes are known as fude brushes, and fude basically means brushes in Japanese. They're unique in the way that they're manufactured. Usually what happens with a brush is the company will take the hair that they're going to use in the brush, place it into the fennel, and then cut it into shape. Generally machine cut, although perhaps there are some that are hand shaped also. Hakuhodo doesn't do that, and I believe the reason is that for a natural hair, the softest part of the hair is actually the tip of the hair. So by placing hair into a fennel and then cutting it, you're cutting out the best part of the hair to use in the brush. So what they actually do is place the hair with different lengths into the fennel of the brush, and that's how they get the shape, and that way they protect the natural ends of the hair. Now they have 8 different series in their line. They go from a less expensive to the most expensive, their flagship line, as well as from synthetic to natural hair. So there really is a brush for everybody to try. If you only like synthetic, they definitely have a synthetic line. If you like all natural hair, they have a natural hair line, and their brushes definitely are some of the most superior brushes that I've ever tried. The first 2 brushes that I purchased were from their S100 series, which is their flagship series. The line was created by the owner of the company for his wife, and her name, Masako, is actually at the bottom of all of them. See if that will pick up. If not, I will insert a picture somewhere around here so that you can see that. These are phenomenal brushes. They're all wood handle. The fennels are a rolled brass with a 24 karat filled over it, and then the whole thing is coated in a plastic coating to protect the brush, and they're just phenomenal. Now this is the S103. It's their pointed large powder brush. It is natural goat hair, and what I'm going to do is I will put the sizes of the brushes and the prices and the information down below so you can get a full description of all of them. But love this brush. This was my first one, and the softness of these brushes is just amazing. They really pick up your product. They really help you apply your product. I've mentioned before that people have said that these really do a lot of the work for you, and they really do. This flagship series is definitely a phenomenal line. The second brush that I got from this line is their S142. It's their eyeshadow blending brush. This is probably my most favorite brush of all the brushes that I have, but definitely my most favorite blending brush. This is Blue Squirrel, and it is definitely one of the softest blending brushes that I've ever used. I said it before, say it again, definitely my most favorite brush, and definitely one that I would recommend if you want to try one of their brushes. The next brush that I got is their S110. It's goat hair. It is a blush brush. It is their round blush brush. And I'm not sure if I mentioned, but the color on all of the handles is vermilion, which is a traditional Japanese color. The next one that I purchased is their S121G. It's an eyeshadow brush. Look at the shape of that brush. I just love how that is tapered. This is also Blue Squirrel. And this is another extremely soft. Every one of the brushes in their actually all of the brushes in all of the lines, I have 3 different series, are definitely some of the softest brushes that I've ever tried. The next brush is from their 200 series. Now this brush actually has 2 numbers to it. It's their E0108 and their 210 blush brush. So if you think it looks familiar, it does look like the MAC 109, but that's it. It looks like it. It performs far superior to the 109. Now I had my 109 for quite a long time. I loved the brush. I loved using it. I loved the application of it, but I could not stand the fact that every time I used it, the hairs would shed. And I had a ton of people that wrote to me and gave me a whole bunch of different ways of trying to get it not to happen. I was told you have to use it for powder and you can't use it for cream. You can use it for cream, don't use it for powder. I mean, it didn't matter what was said or what I tried to do. Every time I used it, I would get hair in my products or I would get hair on my face, and I absolutely hated it. I ended up giving it away. But I really did like the brush as far as what the size and shape of it was, and I had been on the lookout for a replacement, and this is definitely it. This is an amazing brush. This is goat hair. It's about the exact same size as the 109, and it is just phenomenal. It's really soft. Love using it with my Bronze Universal from Chanel, and I am so glad that I found this. I think if I was going to recommend 2 brushes for you to try from the Hakuhodo line, it would definitely be the S142, and it would definitely be this 210 brush. The next brush that I got is from their Japanese Traditions line. It's called a Yachiyo. I hope that's the correct pronunciation. It's very similar to the brush from NARS, which is the same name. I believe the NARS brush is 50 and this one is 33. This is wrapped in cane, and it has a tapered handle, which is just a pleasure to hold. This is great for contouring. Absolutely love it. Incredibly soft and really, really a great brush. Now it is a little bit on the short side, so if you don't like short handled brushes, you might not like this, but I believe that the NARS might be the exact same size, but this is absolutely phenomenal brush. So that's it. That's my review of the Hakuhodo brushes. Absolutely love them. Can definitely see adding other brushes to my collection. If you have one that I don't have that you think that I would enjoy, definitely leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear about it. And of course, if I purchase any new ones, I'll be back to do a follow-up review. Hope everybody's having a great week. Take care. Speak to you soon.